Hey everybody, welcome to Infinite Realms. Thank you for tuning in. This is a second part to a video I put up maybe November, December of this year. And it really was just a, where does my priorities lie? And I said I'll visit this in 6 months. And it's June, and I just thought, yeah, let's visit this, because there has been some shifting going on. Now, this is the way I had positioned it before. I think in the last video, I tried to find the last video. It's somewhere on. It's on this channel somewhere. I have some things, some playlists I need to adjust and change up. So I'll probably track it down. But if you find that video and this is wrong, keep in mind I'm doing this from memory. So with that in mind, this is kind of my, where my priorities are with what lines I'm collecting. Up front is Action Force, of course. Masters of the Universe, Masterverse. WWE Wrestling. Here we have G.I. Joe Classified. Here we have Marvel Legends. And last time I made the joke and put Emperor Palpatine over to the side. This time I'll put Boba Fett in there because, that wasn't fair to Black Series. There's NECA as well, which is very so hit and miss. I mean, when I like a NECA figure, I love it. When I don't feel the need to buy it, I just won't. I don't think you could really put a prioritizing of NECA in here. It's more about who they're making at the time. And that makes it very difficult to put them in this kind of a thing. So, with that in mind, now what's changed and shifted? Well, first, we've got a new line since then, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot. So where is it going to fit on this? Well, probably right behind Action Force at this point. And I didn't account for making a space for that. So, the major thing on that, it's just it's like Action Force, it's a new IP, new idea. It's got its own story. I really welcome you guys to check it out. I'm going to talk about it at some point, but right now I'm doing this, so I haven't been able to talk about it. Wave 2 is about to hit. That looks cool. It just all around, it's a really cool line and a really fun idea. I like it a great deal. The Mattel here might have changed. I can't tell you, I have Masters of the Universe up here before wrestling at this point, because Masters of the Universe is really, the Masterverse is really starting to hit a lot of the guys I really wanted. Ram Man, Whiplash, Clawful, Faker. All of those are starting to come out, and it's like, okay, you got me now. So I did shift that up a bit. Now that may go way back down once those guys are out. So that's going to be a thing. Okay, here comes some of the weird big shifts. Outback for Classified. Of course. Sorry guys, somebody has to come in last. What happened here? A lot. That wave with CoverGirl and Falcon, and there were a couple of repaints, and I didn't care. I just don't care about repaints. Okay? I mean, repaints that aren't done in a creative way. Arctic Bat at least has some creativity to it. Just straight up repaints, no, I'm not about that. Even Outback here, he's got the different colored elbows, which I will get to on his review when I do it. But it's just too much for me. I know people say, well, they're going back to form. I'm like, they shouldn't have been off form. They had it. They had me. Will that change? Maybe. Maybe. Also, Marvel Legends moved up because of the anniversary. Avengers line. I don't even know if you could call it a line, a wave, it was a 2-packs. I mean, there were a lot of high names on that list. Grey Hulk, Hawkeye, I dare say even Spider-Woman, even though she's really the Skrull Queen. But Red and Yellow Spider-Woman has been really high on my list. So much so I'm willing to buy that 2-pack for her. I mean, seriously. Destroyer. Believe it or not, Eric Masterson Hulk. I just really enjoyed that run of Hulk. I thought it was fun. I thought it was cool. I liked it. So, you know, that version of Hulk, of Thor, yeah, I would like to have that. Black Series. Why did they move up? You know, I got this Boba Fett on sale from Nerdzoic. And I'm finding myself buying droids when they're on sale. So I just decided to move that up a little bit. Now, going back to Classified, you know, a thing is, there was the QC issues. I'm going to be honest, it's the fandom too. You know, one thing I've never really liked, and a lot of fandoms are toxic, okay? But for some reason, there's a segment of the G.I. Joe population, and no, this is not all G.I. Joe collectors, but there is a big bunch who are like, you must like everything I like or else. And I don't know if the G.I. Joe ones are more vocal or I feel like I've dealt with them a lot more, but there just comes a point where that even turns me off to the product. And I don't think that's a side effect they think of. Because they're mean. Just very mean-spirited people. I've seen mean-spirited people for Valaverse too. That's not the only reason I put Classified at the bottom. But there was so much crap going on with... I mean, there's many more people being much louder with Classified. And, you know, Classified, I was just kind of like... I wasn't fully vested in it anyway. It's like, for instance, here... Outback is one of my absolute favorite characters from the G.I. Joe line. He was one of my favorite figures as a kid. Part of it is it's just simple. He's a simple figure, looks really good, and I wanted to get Outback. That's simple. I mean, you know, Stalker, Storm Shadow, Crimson Guard, I mean, Bats even. I mean, that's just what it's come to, is that, you know, you put out some of my favorite characters, I'm probably going to buy. If they look okay. And I'm not buying anything until I see a good picture of it from a person, from a reviewer who is no BS. Because after the fiasco with CoverGirl and, or should I say Matt Damon and Joan Rivers, I can't with this line. That was horrible. That was terrible. And it just, and then the fans, you know, there are G.I. Joe fans who hate Valaverse Action Force. And that's fine. That's fine. Nobody has to like what I like. But to go out of your way to completely trash the line on a daily basis is just ridiculous. I don't like Super 7. And I don't trash Super 7 in every video I do. I'll talk about Super 7 and why I don't like them. But that doesn't mean I'm going to start a 500-page thread speaking just about how much I hate Super 7. And hey, and that would be easy to do. But that's why waste your energy on that? If you don't like it, fine, don't like it. Just move on. And again, the people I'm talking about, I have named them chuckleheads because they thought that this was an homage to Chuckles or a ripoff of Chuckles. And they're dumb. But anyway, that's their new name, Chuckleheads. I'm going to try to make it a thing. Chuckleheads, I mean, they just get so insulting about it too. It's not like, you know, oh, you don't like it. You know, they insult you because you like it. I don't know what they think they're accomplishing other than hurting themselves and hurting the brand they love. And this is me expressing that. I mean, excuse me. I may grab Shipwreck and Torpedo once I see good pictures of them. I know I'm grabbing Bazooka no matter what. Bazooka's already been out, so that's kind of a safe bet. I'm hoping Quick Kick and Alpine, when they reach, I gotta get that trio. And when they reach, that they look pretty good. I hope. I'm hoping. Because, you know, again, that's, to me, that's almost like Power Man and Iron Fist. Now, Power Man has been shown. Iron Fist probably there. That's going to keep Marvel Legends at this place right here for a little while longer. Okay, apologies. I had to stop that for just a second. There was something I was needing in the other room for a second. Rather stop it and come back than try to start all over again. But anyway, as I was saying with Marvel Legends, Power Man and Iron Fist would, you know, they're going to hold my interest a little more. There's a couple other characters I could put in there that could hold my interest a little more. Some small variants of characters, but the list of Marvel characters that I feel I need in my collection is getting very, very small. They don't have too many to go. And once they do that, they're going to have to deep dive to keep me going. And even then, I mean, dude, it's not uncommon for me to buy one figure a wave. It's not uncommon for me to skip an entire wave, depending on what it is. I skipped the X-Men wave, the Chod wave, because nothing there appealed to me, except for Astonishing Cyclops, until I realized that little smoky effect in his eye, you can't remove it. What's the point if you can't remove it? I mean, I don't mind it being there as an option, but if it's there permanently, why do I want it? So, again, that's where my collecting priorities are at this point. 2 indie companies are in front running for me. And that says something. These guys are doing great work. I mean, you know, people are going to bitch and moan about reuse, but you know what? They're not doing... I mean, the reuse they're doing... Dude, you're comparing to Marvel Legends. Come on. I mean, seriously. Marvel Legends is a completely reused line. In fact, they celebrate when they get a new mold. So, I mean, come on. Get over that. But these 2 are really holding my attention. These are slipping away. I mean, Star Wars might slip down a little more, too, because, you know, in fairness, the price for what you get is not there. I mean... That's why I wait till these go on sale, because there's just not really accessories with Star Wars figures. You're lucky if you get a gun. Wrestling, I don't see wrestling going anywhere. Again, it's like when someone I like is out, I'm happy. I'm happy. Indie companies, okay. Yeah, there's a couple of indie companies I'm still trying out. There's Savage Crucible, which I think comes out in November. And Power Town, which I still have not got my ship notice yet, but people are getting the figures now. So, once I get those, we'll see. But, this is pretty close to where I am right now in my priorities of action figures. I will say these 2 could interchange depending on what it is that's out at the moment. Masters, I got a feeling is going to slip down. I don't see these 2 moving at all. Yeah, the toy collecting landscape is getting really interesting now. So it's going to be interesting to see where this is in 6 months. Alright, that'll wrap it up for Infinite Realms. Don't forget to like and subscribe.